guys, welcome back. I wanted to share with you today 3 ways that I achieve overhead filming. So if I'm showing a planner or something that's two-dimensional, like flat, and I need you to be able to see what I'm doing, I use 3 different methods to get that. I'm going to show you all 3. So if you are interested, stay tuned. The first method, and probably the easiest, is to just get your standard tripod and adjust the legs to point down. So the 2 front legs are shortened, and then I just have the back leg extended all the way out and propped up on a chair. So that way the camera can just point straight down. You can always flip the image in editing. For this next method, I actually got this off of Pinterest, so I will leave the instructions below, but it's just made out of PVC pipe, and it is pretty easy to put together and fairly inexpensive. So I'm going to show you how to put it together and what the parts are. Okay, so in order to build the PVC overhead mount, you're going to need one 10-foot piece of 1/2 PVC pipe. They sell it in a 10-foot pole, but they will cut it for you, so take your measurements with you when you go to Lowe's or Home Depot. So from that, and then you're also going to need 2 PVC caps, which I don't have because my Home Depot was out of them at the time, but it provides like a base, like feet for your tripod not to tip over. So I have 3 of these elbow joints. Again, you're going to want it to fit the 1/2 PVC pipe. I have 3 of the T-joints. When they cut it, ask them to cut 3 13-inch sides, 2 11-inch sides, and then 2 7s. Optional, depending on how far out or how tall, because you can really use this and customize it. I also had them cut a 5 and a 3, and I'll show you how I interchanged those as well. You're also going to need a bolt that is the same size as your tripod mount. So I had a lot of these just anyway in the house, so I just held up my tripod mount, that screw, and matched it to this. But I will put the instructions down below. But it's just a screw, like a bolt, that you're going to screw into one of the T-joints. You're also going to need a handheld drill, your 3 elbows, your 3 T's, 3 13 inches, 2 11s, 2 7s, and an optional 3 and 5, because you're going to have a lot of PVC pipe left. So now I'm going to show you how I put this together. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to take is one of my 13s, and I'm going to take one of my T-joints and I'm going to put that in there. Okay, so you're just attaching it like that. Then you're going to take another 13 and put it on the other side of it. Okay, this is going to be part of your base. Now you're going to take one of your elbow joints, and you're going to put that on the other side of your 13. So now this T-joint is facing up and the elbow joint is facing out this way. You're going to take the next elbow joint and do the same thing on your base. So see, that's your base now. Now you're going to take your 2 11s, and I did label mine. This is just so I can easily put this together, so it is labeled. And you're going to put those in your elbow joints. Now if you have the caps, this is where you would put your cap. I don't have any because they were out of stock. Then you're going to take your other 11 and put that on the other side. Now you're going to start building up. So you're going to take your other 13 and you're going to put it in this T-joint going up. Now from here you can actually just go ahead and attach your elbow joint and start to extend across. Now I like mine a lot taller, so I actually got one more T-joint to go up some more. And of course, the taller it is, the more you're going to need some weight on the bottom here to keep it stabilized, keep it from shaking. Then you're going to take your 7, or like I said, I had so much left over, I had them cut a 5 and a 3. So you can put your 5-inch here, or your 3-inch here, depending on how tall you want it to go. And then you're gonna, so let's say I'm gonna put my 3-inch in. Then you're gonna take your last elbow joint, and now you're gonna start building across. So the same thing, you can use your 5 to go across, depending on how big of a space you have, or your 7. So that's why I like getting them kind of cut in different lengths, some of these pieces, because really the only ones that need to be the same size are like the 11s and the 13s, which make up your base. But anything that's going to go up in height or go across, you can adjust for what you need. So we're just going to take this one as the 5, and then we're going to put that one across. Now, how are you attaching your camera, right? So that T-joint, your last one, is where you're going to take your bolt and you're going to use your drill to drill a hole in it, and then you're going to screw the bolt in, just like a tripod mount. And this will hold your camera. So you're just going to put it on. I like to just put it on first and then pop it onto the mount. There. So you see now it will point directly down to whatever you're filming. It's pretty easy to put together. I do recommend labeling each part so you'll know kind of where each thing goes. But that is the PVC overhead mount. The last option that I'm going to show you for overhead filming is getting a horizontal arm for your tripod. So this one I picked up on Amazon. I'll link it down below. And it attaches right to your tripod by screwing on here. And then this also screws to tighten. You can move this back and forth to make this longer or shorter over your desk. That'll slide back and forth. Now, you definitely need a counterweight for this. I'm using a lunch box with sand in it, and it works perfectly. So now you see it's just directly over top of the desk. But it is pretty neat because once you loosen this, you can slide the pole back and forth and then tighten it, and works perfectly. Alright guys, I hope this was helpful for you trying to achieve any overhead look. If it's any, if you're doing like a plan with me or you're just trying to show anything from overhead, I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching. Bye.